Nancy Wilson, good morning.
Hi, how you doing?
Real good. Nice to be talking with you.
Yeah.
You know, you have been around longer than I thought. I don't want to make you sound old.
Well, it doesn't matter. I've been recording 20 years this December. I've been working professionally about 27 years this month in October.
Phew. You know, I got to going through some of the albums we have here, and we do have a lot of Nancy Wilson material.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this: how is it different performing nowadays than when you got started?
The performing isn't that much different for me. It would probably be different if I were just starting today, from what I liked when I was 20. But basically, my tastes have remained pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm. But are you able to do more material now?
Oh, I've always been able to do anything I wanted. I've really never had any problem with it.
Okay, I guess what I'm saying is, though, I figure that Nancy Wilson, if she records a tune, it's going to be the kind of thing that you're going to be able to listen to and enjoy. Mm-hmm. Whereas a lot of other singers, well, they're okay when they're doing one particular style of music.
Oh, yeah. Well, I like and always have done, although my forte appears to be the ballad, I prefer them myself. But basically, I've enjoyed many different kinds of music, and I've never tried to limit myself by doing only one kind. I like to sing different things, particularly when they're, when they're written well.
Mm-hmm. I've talked to people who have been on television and in the films, actors and actresses, and many of them expressed to me that they like working in front of a live audience. Many of them would rather do a play than, say a movie, because the live reaction isn't there. How about a singer? I don't think I've ever posed this question to a singer, though. Do you find it better to sing in a recording studio, or do you like having an audience there?
I prefer the audience. Usually there is an audience in the studio until recently. Now that they've started doing a lot of work to track, it is not as it used to be. From time to time I still get the full orchestra in the studio with me, so we're always kind of together there, and it's not so bad. It's terrible, I think, to have to always only work to a microphone with no one else there. That's not the rewarding kind of thing I like.
Okay, when you say tracking, in other words, maybe the orchestra comes in.
The orchestra's already done their part
on tape, and then you sing along until you get your part the way you want it.
Well, I like it the other way, when they play along till they get it the way I want it.
That's a good question, though. In other words, okay, I was talking to Peggy Lee because she was just there before you, and she indicated to me that when she first started singing with, say, Benny Goodman's band, she had to conform really to the conductor because she was an instrument in the band.
Right.
Now, when she sings, the band kind of paces themselves with her.
Right, that's the way it is.
And that's the way you like it.
It still is for me. The only time it's any problem is when you're doing a recording that is so structured that it has to be done that way. And this is probably because of the better electronics and mechanics that go into it now. They're having a good time. The engineers are having a ball. Mm-hmm. But
you're saying really that the music is recorded ahead of time, and you've already listened to that, and you've got it to the pace or the tempo that you like, right? And then you sing along to it.
Right. They're the producer and the arranger you hire because they know you, and they will write and do as you dictate, as opposed to some people end up it's the other way around. But I've been fortunate; it's not that way.
Mm-hmm. What? I don't know how. When you come to describe singers, it's so hard because there's so many qualities you have to watch for. Do you think some people, maybe like yourself, are just born with a gift, or do you think singing is something that a lot of maybe aspiring people who are listening right now can learn?
I don't know whether they can learn it. I know I did not learn it. It's always been there. It has been a gift. I have never studied. No coaches, none of that. So.
To me, that's incredible. Like Errol Garner supposedly never had a music lesson in his life.
Right.
And the stuff that he created, wow.
Mm-hmm.
But
and you don't argue with that. I mean, it's the kind of thing that I don't analyze it. I don't try to pick it apart. I just am grateful for it,
How about the first time you ever sang on stage, though? Was it...
I don't really remember when that was.
Did you have to have... Well, did it take any coaxing to get you to sing, or were you always...
No. I've always sang since I can remember.
No lessons or anything, but you just sang?
And I can remember singing at 3 in front of the family and all that stuff.
Gee.
I'm very serious about it.
Nancy, before I let you go, I'm going to play a couple of records here after we talk with you. Two of my favorites, I think, are How Glad I Am and I Want to Be With You.
Good. I like both those very much.
And, what are your favorites?
Oh, I don't have one favorite. I have many. And each album, I'm certain there are a couple of songs I like maybe better than the other ones.
I assume some of those are going to be in the show, though.
Yeah. My favorite album, I would have to say, is Lush Life.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Nancy Wilson, I'm going to invite the folks up to the Blue Max, the Hyatt Regency O'Hare, to take...
I look forward to seeing them. We've had a really nice time.
You have?
Yeah, we had a good time last night.
That's terrific.
I got to sound better. And didn't have any problems last night.
All right. Listen, I'll let you go because I know you've been bothered a little bit with the throat lately.
Well, we conquered that last night.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Nancy Wilson, thank you very much.
Okay. My pleasure.